What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency real quick, and we're going to talk about how shady the space is. You know how shady the space is, the cryptocurrency space, and let's keep it to let's we we're going to talk about shade in social media. The shade in social media that you find in cryptocurrency, right? Some people who've been in crypto, see, I've been following crypto for years, but I'm no expert. I'm just a student. I'm just a student in this cryptocurrency space. There's so much innovation that's taking place, right? That's bringing a lot of good to the world. It's helping people improve their quality of living across the board. And it's relative, right? Someone's quality of living could be better than, or it could be different than someone else's. Doesn't matter. It's adding, not taking away from a person's quality of life. If you know what you're doing and if you use crypto right. But there is some shade, and this is the part about shade, like with the social media. Just understand that in crypto, when you listen to some of these YouTubers who have, they've branded themselves and they've worked so hard to build their channels, right? To build their channels where they have a decent following of viewers because of the content they provide, because of the entertainment they provide. Basically, you know, the charm, whatever it is, how to help people, how to, give information, help people how to make money or even lose money. There's a lot of shade, though. There's a lot of shade. And I've noticed how these crypto YouTubers who, through the years, who've been around since, let's say, 2017, for example, I've seen their channels grow because I've been watching a bunch of different YouTubers in crypto, because that's how sometimes you learn. And once you're involved with cryptocurrency, you learn that there's social media platforms that you need to be attached to be in the know. Telegram, Discord, even Twitter, and sadly YouTube. Well, because everything is twofold. But you need to at least have those four mediums on and popping. They have to be active in your repertoire so that you can at least remain abreast as to what's going on. But the shade, like, I've been very vocal in the past on how promoters, people who have YouTube channels and they promote scammy projects. I've been very vocal about it. And this is not even to the level of those who have 5,000 or less subscribers or whatever. We're talking about 100K and up, right? Some are more, I guess, reputable or a little bit more, I would say, credible than others. Because when you call it down the middle, when you call the information, when you're as impartial as you can be and somewhat objective, and you share your honesty with your people, then you're keeping it honest, you're being genuine, and I have no issues with that. But when you have some of these YouTubers that overlook good projects because it's like they have no real reason to overlook. If you overlook projects like Hourglass, you know why they overlook the Hourglass model? One, I think, is because the way the market came and went as far as P3D messed up a lot of things in the Hourglass space. They absolutely did, because they took this whole thing as a joke. And their whole method and trying to, shame people and act as if they always had one up on everyone else, it backfired. It backfired on the whole damn project. And it left when P3D received so much notoriety, they could have set the tone. They could have set the tone where, as a leader in the space, they would have set the example by being a legitimate project. The contract still works to this day, but it's so much. It seems like it's been abandoned. It's an abandoned project. But the way they came out with just playing games, making memes, they took the project as a joke. Meanwhile, you have people who are actually addicted, who are heavily addicted into P3D. And just like with crypto, it's something that's very alluring, highly addicted. Want to play, want to buy keys when you're playing these games like FOMO 3D long contract, FOMO 3D short contract, FOMO 3D, don't buy in or else it's this fake psychological type of nonsense that they did that left a bad taste in the mouths of so many people, because when you would sell your tokens or sell your P3D tokens, you were made to feel bad. You were made to feel like you weren't a part of the community. They shamed you. Like, this is, and it was the first of its kind as far as the popularity that it reached, where even the founder, one of the co-founders of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, I believe also bought one of the keys in FOMO 3D. Whether it was a long or short contract, my memory leaves me, but this was known because of how successful it rose so quick, and it couldn't handle it. And to date, it's still struggling. But the model works. People ran with the whole zero-sum philosophy. Zero sum. If you don't get in early, you won't earn anything. Lies. You just don't understand how another contract works. And when you have this other contract that actually launched maybe a month or two behind P3D, that's still in existence, that's still working, that's still providing dividends up and down. Meaning when the contract goes up in value and when it goes down in value, all the participants receive dividends. It's just it, and it's working to this day. And you have these big time YouTubers, the Ivan on Techs, the Data Dash. I remember I sent Data Dash when I was in P3D. I sent him a donation on his live chat and was respectful and everything, because you wanted the word to be out. This was 2 years ago, and he read the donation, and because other people were spamming his channel. I'm like, he's not going to listen to. He's going to take this as a joke. So I sent him a donation. Hey, what do you think about P3D? Take a look. A super chat or whatever. But they overlook solid projects. They talk about things that are providing 10% interest, 5 to 10% interest with this whole DeFi. I don't understand how people are so enamored with DeFi unless these projects are paying them on the side. You know what I mean? The Ivan on Techs, the Data Dash, Crypto Lark. Omar Bam was familiar with P3D. He even took a chance, I think, and he said he, wanted to play FOMO 3D 2 years ago. I remember because I saw. But the talk changes though. But when you have a project that's just even better than P3D, has proven to be better than P3D, and is still active and running with a growing community, the contract didn't die. It's actually grown. First year, 800%, 832%. Second year, I believe it was 600%. I read somewhere, could be wrong, but hundreds of percentage of rewards. versus a 5% from a DeFi project, and y'all pushing this narrative, y'all really pushing this narrative, the shade. That's why I say it's shady. Like someone I read in a group somewhere, I think it was on Telegram, that someone reached out to Crypto Lark, or the Lark now, he calls him something else with the Lark in it. And I watched this guy, he's very, I got no, look, these channels that shouted out, the Data Dash, the Ivan on Text, and Crypto Lark, for example, I watched them. I subscribe to the channel. Like they're entertaining in their own way. Data Dash isn't entertaining. That's just pure TA, pure information. It's no like entertaining. But Crypto, Ivan on Tech, his personality, he keeps me, he's funny, but he's also informational. Like, it's just, this is what he does. But look, be fair though, because yeah, there's a lot of scams out here, but some of these projects that you're pushing hold no weight versus Gandhiji. That's what I'm trying to say. Hold no weight. And why? Because no one threw you a bag for you to talk about it. This is why, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, some people, like, again, money talks, BS walks. Money talks, BS walks. A lot of these, YouTubers, man, the big ones with the 100K plus subscribers, you pay them, you send them a nice little bag, they'll shill whatever you ask them to shill. That's what occurred in 2017. This one guy, he wasn't even really in the crypto per se, but he was more like this anarchist kind of thing. The dude would talk about how he has an academy, this school for worldwide, like online Bitcoin information, education, a school thing, and was pushing projects like every 2 weeks, talking about projects that could provide 1000x returns. I remember one of them that he talked about was a coin called Open, whatever. And this was back in 2019, last year. I remember before he stopped talking about those projects and was saying that Bitcoin made him rich. He was pushing projects like, altcoins, 1,000, 5,000x, 10,000x. The sky was the limit. Don't see him anymore. And those projects that he talked about, the 1,000 whatever x, and this hasn't really done anything. Hasn't really done anything. The whole DeFi talk, because historically there's just been so much, opposition. There's been a lot of contentious activity in the space too. People continue to scam to this day. But instead of rallying behind solid projects that have been tested through, that stood the test of time and have lasted and have not scammed anyone, they rather take more of a gamble on newer projects, right, that are almost like basically centralized, where you have to lock up your Ethereum and trust and hope that the people deliver on their promises and earn less in interest than you would in a project like Gandhiji.io. I don't care for that type of illogical and irrational type of way and the way activity. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Look at ETH right now, 392.65. So you're gonna take your ETH and lock it up in some DeFi, and hopefully wait for 2.0 to launch and get a little 10%, 5, even if it's 20% a year. That holds no weight next to Gandhiji.io. It holds no weight. Holds no weight next to a real decentralized application that no one owns. You don't have to lock up your crypto on anything. You don't have to wait to stake. You don't have to amass 32 ETH to stake. But these YouTubers and social media and people won't talk about it. They'll talk about Ample Coin, Ample Fourth, before they talk about Gandhiji. They'll talk about Compound before they talk about Gandhiji. They'll talk about Synthetics Network, Kyber Network before they talk about Gandhiji. They'll talk about the oracles now, Chainlink. I'm hearing, the oracles, that's the thing, because in order to on-ramp certain information onto the Ethereum blockchain, you're going to need the oracles. So, okay, cool, that's cool. Band protocol and all them, okay, that's cool. But Tezos and everyone want, Crypto.com with the whole staking. Everyone's joining the staking bandwagon. Meanwhile, for the past over 2 years, this contract's been staking Ethereum seamlessly. There's a lot of shade in the crypto YouTube streets. A lot of shade. A lot of shade. And you know what? Folks have the freedom to do whatever they want to do. But wait till Gandhiji really, because people don't understand it. People don't understand. And this is why I always say too, because you have folks who really think this is a dead contract. And the history already shows you. Everyone who thought this was a dead contract, the contract proved them wrong. And that also tells you where they are. It doesn't matter what they got going on, but the fact that they just think that this was a dead contract, that this contract was too slow, etc., it shows you where they stand in life as far as like what they got going on, with the lack of understanding, lack of foresight. Seriously, like really. People were saying this contract was dead 3 months ago, and this thing reached all-time high after all-time high after all-time high repeatedly. So you can't believe what people tell you sometimes. That's why I'm not a TA person. I don't really go by TA and people predict. I don't work by prediction. I deal with what works, what makes sense, what's decentralized, what's transparent, what's open for anyone to access, what's borderless and permissionless. Can't be confiscated. That's what I deal with. I don't deal with someone's crystal ball and psychic predictions using technical analysis. I don't. It's cute. That's all I can say it is. It's cute. But that YouTube shade, it's there. Dismiss it. Dismiss it. Because none of these DeFi projects, none of them have even told you they could give you 100% returns. APR. Annual percentage rate or annual percentage yield. None of them. Gandhiji doesn't promise anything. Doesn't promise anything. But if you practice strong hands, which is a philosophical type of uh, belief and understanding, strong hands, the longer you hold to your tokens, the more you'll benefit. You practice that, man. I know you're winning. I know you're smiling. I'll talk to you later.